action, and it's a lot of feedback from the children why they like it. And a big thing I do through it is they get to choose the book. It's not a reading book that's sort of they feel maybe has been forced upon them, because that's the group reading book. So they get to choose, and the local libraries have said that they'll give us a box called Really Cool Readers. So it will just basically be a sort of mixture of books that children are allowed to choose from. There's a lack of pressure. So we were having a chat before this and thinking sometimes parents might feel pressure when reading with their child, or they're not getting that word and you're kind of getting them to sound it out and things like that. And you'll see as we go through the slides, it's more a parent approach. You're reading along with them, you're just giving them the word, there's no pressure. Because sometimes if a child is struggling to sound the word out and decode the word, they're not kind of grasping what the story or the content might be about. And the no sense of failure as well for them. You'll see as well in the videos, lots of praise, lots of positive language, lots of well done, so that's great, keep going. The attention, just that one-on-one attention for some children is enough. And the meaning from the reading, so just as I said, not having to sound it out means that they can concentrate on what they're actually reading, plus they're being able to view and they're getting that modelling of good practice, how to pronunciate, where to express, where to pause at punctuation, and all of these skills that are really important. More times that you come across new words that they can then use in their writing and things like that. So, as part of it, initially, they're getting to know your questionnaire. Now, we're not expecting that to do that to your children, because obviously we all already know them pretty well. But there is a sort of little questionnaire that you would give the child if, for example, you did have a day off where you went, you know what, I could go in and do 10 weeks with one wee child and make a difference. That's not what we're expecting today, by the way, it's just purely to give you strategies for your own child. But it's just to sort of break the ice with the child and get to know them a little bit better. So I spoke about the selection of text. There's a little trick that you can do that we've learned, and we learned actually from one of our younger staff members, but this was something that she used. It's the 5-finger test. So you would put your hand on a page of the book, and if you can read each of the words that each finger touches, then that book's sort of suitable for that age and stage. So, and I hope you kind of touched on one of the really cool reads from the local library.
There we go.
5-finger test. So obviously the text should provide a degree of challenge, and some of the videos that we're watching, there was a real split between the teachers who were at the training. Some of us thought the book was too easy, some of us thought the book was just the right level of difficulty, because obviously some people feel that the wee boy in this video was just speaking through it really quickly, but it was maybe able to be able to understand it because it was kind of easy for them to read. There was another one where they were starting all the time, and maybe they were more concentrating on decoding the words than actually comprehending what the text was about. So the reading age might be lower or higher than the chronological age, and we have carried out assessments across the school and sort of identified children that myself and Mrs. Fitzpatrick will be working with. We've looked at the books that they're reading in class and things as well. So I don't know if now is maybe we'll go through all the strategies first and then sort of
before we show any clips.
I'm sure everyone has got a stock of books at home for their children and things like that, but if you do think these books are a bit easy or a bit difficult, a bit hard, obviously you can approach it ourselves or the class teachers, the librarians we had input from as well. They're really keen for parents that come in and get involved in various different websites.
We've actually organised, we've got library visits organised for each class through the next few weeks, so it's just to redevelop those links again. The Paul Church Library, because it's on our doorstep, so let's use it. So they're happy to advise and peer reading and help out where we can.
Would you have the books that you read, would that have been used to try and could you go over books that they previously read? Like
it's just, well, as it kind of started off, it's the child chooses the book, that's how it stems from, so something they're interested in reading. One of it further, the kind of text can be, it can be comics, it can be newspapers, it can be like football magazines, just something that's going to engage their interest. It's more kind of, so personalisation and choice. If you were doing it in the school, that people was not your own, you'd use obviously all that information from the initial questionnaire. Try and get them to read a variety of different things, so just as I said, newspapers and things like that have a balance of sort of non-fiction and fiction books in different genres. Not just about how difficult the words are, but complexity of ideas and information. If you've got children down the school, you might look at more sort of rhyming books and things like that, which are good. And if you're maybe then you think, well, my child's maybe not that great reading, but they're chronological age is more than what you feel their reading ability is. You know, some books are called Barrington Stokes that are sort of their content and their sort of the context that the book's set around is more suitable for that child's age, but the reading age is more, so they wouldn't feel as if they're sort of reading like a baby book, as it were. So there's different activities as well that you can do to carry out as the level, the age suitable, who'd be interested in reading the book. Would you read that book in one session, or would it be a chapter per session, and things like that? How appealing is it for them to look at? That would change as well with their kind of aging stage as they get a bit bigger. They want something that looks a bit more mature. So these are the techniques that we're moving into that myself and Mrs. Fitzpatrick have been trained in. So we would identify a quiet location, you would be side by side, and just as we would in class, if we were dealing with a class reading group, we would talk about the title, talk about the cover, the illustrations, who the author is, get them to predict who do you think this book's going to be about. I mean, it might be a book that they've already read before, but you can still do all of that and see how much do they remember about it. So you would start off by reading together. So this is where the kind of strategies start. So you would just begin reading sort of at their pace, following, kind of shadowing what they're doing, reading together at the same time, matching your speed. So obviously if you're reading really slowly, you would slow down and if they were struggling to keep up with you. And you would pause and ask questions, just as we sort of would during class reading time. So why do you think that character's like that, and what do you notice about this, and what do you think is going to happen next? Or if it's a non-fiction book, so what do you know about planets, if it's a space book or whatever. So if a mistake's made when the child's reading, so sorry actually I don't know why it doesn't say about the strategy. So what the child would then do is, you're reading together, and when the child feels confident enough for you to then stop, they would just knock on the desk or tap on the book, and they would then stop, and you would then stop, and they would continue reading by themselves. Now, might be that they don't do that at first until their confidence builds. So if they're reading by themselves and they then make a mistake, they come across a tricky word or they say the wrong word, you allow 4 seconds for them to correct it. So just a short pause, and if they correct it, even if they correct it, you still join in with them. So if it's not corrected, you would say it for them and ask them to repeat it. If they do correct it, you still join in. You would still praise them through. You'll see that in the videos as well. And then you would read again. So you join back in until they then signal again with a knock that they're ready for you to sort of take a step back again. Which, from a teacher's point of view, I think is a really good thing, because sometimes a child might not want to say, oh, I want you to start reading with me again because I've just made a mistake in my confidence taking a big knock. So we think it would work quite well. So we would tap on knock to show anyone to read alone, and we praise them again for saying well done because they're showing confidence. If they self-correct, they continue to read alone. If not corrected, repeat it for them. Like I'm repeating now this slide. And start reading again until they signal. So will we show, I think now's a good time probably to show a clip of paired reading in action.
Yeah. It'll make more sense when you actually see the child and the tutor. The clip was a school where they piloted, they trained a number of students from Glasgow Caledonian University, and the students came out to the school and were timetabled. So as we said, it's 3 sessions, 20 minutes a week, so it's quite a commitment for tutors and to be able to organise that resource in your school. So, but
I promise that if the boy does enjoy it, you'll see in a minute what I'm saying.
warm seas all around the world. They can grow up to 6 meters long. They have sharp, triangular teeth and they are very fierce. Their usual food is fish, seals and dolphins, but they sometimes attack and eat people. They follow ships to eat any rubbish thrown overboard.
Yeah, very good.
Freezer sharks can grow up to 6 meters long, as big as white sharks. They use their long tails to drive smaller fish into a group to catch them. In summer, freshers sharks may come into shallow water near the coast during the rest of the year. They live far out of sea in places where the water is not too cold. A hammerhead shark has its eyes at the end of the fixed stars, which makes its head look like a hammer. Hammerheads live in warm parts of the world. They often come close to the beach. They usually eat fish or squid. Whale sharks are in deep warm seas. They are the biggest of all fish. They can grow up to over 15 meters long. They move slowly and are quiet animals. They feed by streams of fish and shells out of water. Dogfish are small sharks. They are only about 80 centimeters long. They live in cold seas. They feed on the bottom of the sea, mostly on worms and shellfish. The empty shells of the eggs are called vermices when they are washed up onto the beaches.
Yeah, very good.
Unlike most sharks, dogfish are good to eat. They are usually called rock salmon.
So you can see there that the tutor was praising the little boy as he was going along and knew when to join in, and the boy was quite confident in indicating when he sort of wanted to read on his own again. So as we kind of touched upon earlier, you would obviously discuss the title, the pictures on the front, the blurb on the back, and begin to predict and visualise what you think is going to happen in the story before you start. If it is something that is applicable to you, you use like prior knowledge. So when you've done a talk on that, or like you've read that book before, or can you remember what's going to happen, ask them questions. You might skim through the book to begin with, and just to introduce any sort of tricky vocabulary and things like that. So, as I said as well, it is, if we were doing this as a sort of school initiative, is a 10-week sort of basic block of this is how we're doing this. You might decide, well, I'm going to let them choose a book at bedtime, this is how we're going to read it together, or with a class reading book, this is how we're going to read it together. Things like that. Stopping and checking their understanding. Rereading any tricky parts, going over them again. Maybe asking them as well, like using word clues around that, or the picture, to pick out what do you think that word might be. Self-correction, looking for sounds and mental patterns and things like that. During the reading, encouraging them to think as they're reading as well, modelling your own thinking out loud, and like asking them questions you may give your opinions and things like that as well. Or I might talk about things that you've read, doing that your own experiences and knowledge, and bringing takes to life by picturing and visualising what you think is going to happen. So if they're struggling with things like that, visualising is one of our big reading strategies. So some children do kind of struggle with that at times. So even modelling that for them, well, I think the story's going to be about this because just modelling that kind of behavioural problem. As we said as well, various reading materials, magazines, newspapers, comics, things like that, like sort of Minecraft books or Lego books or annuals, anything that's a text that you're going to be interested in. So, just to sort of sum up, sitting comfortably side by side before reading strategies, chat with your child, you have to get them at the same pace. If there are errors, you give them 4 seconds to correct themselves. You would repeat that to them if they were to them, if they didn't manage to correct it, and you would join back in. Throughout it all, you would always be giving them praise and positive reinforcement. Stop and ask questions whenever you feel it would be appropriate within the book, and the child, your child, would give a signal to let you know when they want you to kind of take a step back. And it would just be cycle to kind of go with that. At the end of the book, as we would do in class, summarise. So tell me what that's about, because you're checking for understanding, you're checking that they're comprehending what it is that they're reading. And that's another way of checking that the book is sort of at the right age and stage for them, because they might be able to read it perfectly, but they might not understand what it is that they're reading. So the two sort of don't always go hand in hand. Thinking out loud questions to show comprehension. You can ask them to ask you questions about it. What did they think of the text? How enjoyable was it? Why did they enjoy it? 2 stars in a wish as well, something that all your children will be familiar with. Giving themselves and giving to their peers. So 2 stars, 2 positive things about the book and something else that maybe they didn't like the ending or with the characters or something like that. So, I think this is more kind of school based, but we get into maybe do quizzes about it, do mind maps about it, artwork, things like that. So in a school context again, if this was something that we were going to roll out, we would have to use our support staff, our support for learning workers. We would maybe do, we've done years gone by buddy reading for primary 7s, where we would read to maybe 2 or 3 children in a small group. So we're maybe looking at, rather than that, or in addition to that, we would maybe look at other children that they would just sit side by side with on a one-on-one basis. 6-year pupils, university students, as Mrs. Fitzpatrick spoke about, or yourselves. But obviously then that incurs sort of PVG checks and things like that, which are very expensive, or used from the Parent Council and things like that. So if it is something that we would be looking to roll out on a bigger scale, it would take a lot of organisation, a lot of money. So hopefully if we go down this route first, and parents use the strategies at home, and then maybe looking at different tutors and things like that. But just thought we would feedback the things that we've been touching upon at our training days and things that we would be doing in school as well. We do have a handout for you, but there is another short video that I want to show you that just talks about a child's perspective, why they like paired reading and what it's done for them.
Do you explain to the child why you're doing it, as opposed to advice, probably reading I would read the book.
Yeah.
But, so if you started changing it and you're going to read together, would you be explaining to them why you would be doing it?
You could just maybe say to you tap on the book and you want to join in and do it that way if you find that would be a way that you would do it at home. You probably it would take explaining to the child, because I know if I'm at home just started reading, they would be going, stop, I don't want you to. So it's just kind of letting them know the strategies. There would be the little leaflet that we'll give you. You can talk through sort of it'll go through different steps, like the 4-second rule, and the tapping and so on.
And you could explain, just say we're going to try a new technique, this is peer reading, and this is how it works. We've signed up for the First Minister Reading Challenge as well, so we're going to launch that at Friday's assembly so that the children understand what it's all about. So we've all got it's primary 4 to 7, is the targeted pupils. Sorry.
No, sorry, just automatically please.
The primary 4 to 7 are our targets. So we've got a passport. Every child has a passport to complete It's a challenge, so every child will complete at their own pace, and it's just a build-up of the books that they've read, isn't it? And at the back there's like a wee colour grid to say how many books they've managed the first Ministry Challenge. But we'll launch at Assembly, and we'll certainly send home leaflets, and the passport will go home. So, but it is targeted around 4 to 7. So
That
just to keep
runs
an eye out.
all the way through till the end of May
Yeah.
next year.
Maybe one day I've got this problem. Says little monster, I'm sorry to hear that, said Mother Monster. What the problem? What's that up here? Well, said little monster. Maybe one day I'll want to be an explorer. Yeah, do you know what an explorer is? We go to different places. Yeah. We go traveling different places, don't we? Yeah. Maybe you will, said Father Monster. Is that a problem? Yes, it is.
How do you and Heather choose the books that you're going to read?
From a big book.
And is it lots of different ones in it all the time?
Yes.
So there's always a new surprise waiting for you. What would you not choose? What sort of book would you say, oh no, I really don't fancy that one?
About the lots of old people.
You don't think there's lots of people. What do you like a book to have? Why did you pick that one?
Because it's all about planets and all that and monsters.
Yeah, you're interested in planets and monsters and you. What do you enjoy most about the time when you're with Heather?
I like the time when we read.
Is it different from being in the class reading with your teacher?
Yeah.
What's different about it?
Me and Heather will sometimes talk.
You would have a chance to chat and the teacher maybe is a little busy sometimes. What's improved or got better about your reading since you started with Heather, do you think?
I got a wee bit. Well, first when I got reading, I wasn't a wee bit good. And then when I started going on and on, starting to get better.